Hello, Algebra 1. Your homework assignment this evening is to take notes and to follow through on these guided practice problems. Last night in your homework assignment, you guys solved quadratic equations by graphing, and in class today, you guys worked on graphing and finding the roots or the solutions/intercepts of quadratics. This homework assignment is just some more guided practice on that skill. What I'd like you to do right now is to copy down GP number 1 and to try to solve it. GP number 1 says y equals 2x squared minus 4x. Please find the roots, also known as the solutions, also known as the x-intercepts. They all mean the same thing. Please solve this by graphing. Go ahead and pause the video now. So when you solve this equation by graphing, what you have to do, step 1, is find the x value of the vertex with negative b over 2a. I see that b is negative 4 here, so opposite of negative 4, all over 2a. Well, that's 4 over 4, and so b must be 1. Excuse me, x must be 1. Take that x value and you plug it into your original equation. Everywhere you see x, put a 1. 1 squared times 2 is 2, minus 4 gives me negative 2. Now that gives me my x and y of my vertex. That's y is negative 2 when x is 1. Pick two values of x to the right. Pick two values of x to the left. Plug each of those into your original equation up here and then solve. So we could use some mental math here. Mental math says 2 squared is 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 4 times 2 is 8 is 0. Let's try 3. 3 times 3 is 9 times 2 is 18. 18 minus 4 times 3, which is 12, gives me 6. I plug in 0 and I end up with 0. And I plug in negative 1 and I get 2 plus 5. Excuse me. 1 squared is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Plus 4, which is 6. There we go. That's better. Then you take your graph paper, create your xy axis. On this xy axis, you want to plot out your vertex at 1 and negative 2. I know that a is positive, so this is going to open upward. That means this is going to be my lowest point. That's my vertex. My next point over is 2, 0, and then 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have 0, 0, and negative 1, 6. It can look like this. Connect your dots. Connect your dots. There's your parabola. And then you have to recognize right here. Let me make that a little sharper here. Size. Right here and right here. These are where my line crosses the x-axis, my quadratic, excuse me. And this is where x is equal to 2, and right here is where x is equal to 0. So those are my two solutions, 0 and negative 2. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to continue copying that down. Otherwise, we'll have guided practice problem number 2. GP number 2 looks like this. Please take a moment to solve x squared minus x equals 6 by graphing. Find the solution, please. Go ahead and pause the video, work on that. Otherwise, here goes the solution. For the solution, you have negative b over 2a. I need to get this into standard form. There we go. I now see that my b is negative 1. I see my a is 1. So that's 1 over 2, or 1/2. Now I need to find the y value take 1/2 and plug it into my original equation, which is this one in standard form. 1/2 squared minus 1/2 minus 6. Well, that's going to be 1/4 minus 1/2 minus 6. Well, 1/4 minus 1/2 is negative 1/4. And negative 1/4 minus 6 is negative 6 1/4. So there goes my vertex, the points for my vertex. X is going to be 1/2. Y is going to be negative 6 and 1/4. So you could take your XY axis, plot out your vertex. My vertex is at 1/2 and then negative 6 and 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1/4. Give me a point somewhere around here. Okay. I know that A is positive, so again, this is going to open upward. And right here, this is my vertex, 1/2 and negative 6 and 1/4. Okay. Now you need to come up with two values to the right, two values to the left. I see 1, and then 2, and then to the left I see 0 and negative 1. Take each of those, plug them into your equation. 1 squared minus 1 minus 6. Well, that gives me negative 6. So 1, negative 6. My next one, 2 squared, which is 4, minus 2 minus 6. 4 minus 2 is negative 2, minus 6 is negative 8. Let me double check my math there. 4 minus 2 is positive 2, and then positive 2 minus 6 is negative 4. So that would be right over here. Okay, so 0 minus 6, well, that's easy. That's minus 6. It's going to be right about here on the graph. And then negative 1, when we do our math, we get our negative 4. So I'll take this. I'll go ahead and complete my curve. And it looks like, based off of this graph, my solutions are going to be here and here. On this spot, x is equal to 1, 2, and 3. And on this spot, x is equal to negative 2. So those are our two solutions. X equals negative 2, x equals 3. The plot of this quadratic crosses the x-axis at two different points. Alright class, that's it. Just 2 GPs this evening for your homework assignment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.